Welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap, the podcast for new and aspiring indie authors.
We're your hosts, Rachel and Rob, here to help guide you on your writing journey.
Join us each episode as we share tips, insights and practical advice to help you take the next steps towards becoming a successful indie author.
Whether you're working on your first book, navigating self-publishing, or looking to connect with fellow indie authors, this is the place for you.
So grab your notebook, settle in, and let's hit the road to your publishing dreams.
Because right in the end is just the beginning.
Welcome to episode 6.
Yeah.
What did we say at the beginning? Oh my god.
You say, welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap.
Yeah.
This is episode 6. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Come on, it's your turn.
You just said it. Welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap. This is episode 6 and I'm Rachel.
I'm keeping this bit in. And I'm Rob Radcliffe. Hello, everybody.
Hi. And we're talking about goals for 2025.
Goals, 2025 goals. We were going to do it last week, but we didn't. That's the reason why. So
Did we not record last week?
Yeah, but we did. What did we do last week?
Oh my god.
Listeners can answer that. We did something, didn't we?
Yeah, because it went out on New Year.
Yeah. I can't remember what we did. What episode it was? Oh, bootstrapping. Bookstrapping.
Bookstrapping. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It obviously means so much to both of us that we've completely forgotten what we did.
In my defence, I've been unwell as usual, and
Yeah.
you've probably been hungover as usual. I did see that case of beer that someone sent to you.
Yeah, well, it started off. It was an author that reached out and he wanted me to help him publish him, and so I've worked quite closely with him in all stages. I've formatted his book. I've done his cover. I've given him a few tips. I've been his shoulder to cry on all that stuff, and he just keeps. We're mates now. We've spent that much time chatting, and he just keeps sending me alcohol. So he sent me. He sent me this bottle of Writer's Tears.
Oh, that's cool.
I have one every time I finish a book. I have a, no matter what time it is. Last time I finished a book, it was 9 a.m. I just wrote the end, and then it was just the camera for a TikTok, and then pour my drink down at 9 a.m. The missus was like, "Why do you stink of whiskey?" when I came in, but I was like,
so you get sent beer, and then I'll eventually be sent crates of cold and flu.
Yeah. Well, he sent me that, and then he sent me some beer. I can't remember what it was. He said, "What beer do you like?" And I said, "Peroni." So he sent me a case of Peroni, and then for Christmas he sent me a case, and I opened it and I started drinking it, and it was only when I got to like the 4th or 5th bottle that I realised that he sent me alcohol free. So, which is, well, it shows how good they are now at mimicking the taste of
Yeah, because if you couldn't tell.
But had I continued to drink them, the next morning I would have thought myself a legend, because not even a headache. But I did realise, and I sent him a picture of it going, "What are you doing?" "Oh shit, forgot, I clicked on the wrong one." I'm like, it's fine. "Oh, I'll send you some more." I'm like, "No, you don't need to." And then he did anyway.
Yeah.
So that's the long version of a very short story.
Yeah.
That's how I managed to write 100,000 word novels. It should only be a few pages. I just waffle my way through.
Waffle novels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So goals for 2025. What's your goals for this year?
My goals? Well, it's kind of split into 3. So there's writing goals, publishing goals, and marketing goals. I guess it's the same for everyone. So what should we do? Should we do like writing goal, and then...
Yeah, you can do.
Okay. My writing goals for this year are to fucking write. Just to be consistent, just to have it, to be doing it every morning. I have been doing for the last couple of weeks, which is great. I've been doing Thrive for 25. I'm up to chapter 2 now, of that. So that's my first 25 minutes of the day, and then I'm working on this story that I want to have published for Easter. But it's sort of hand in hand with my publishing goals, my writing goals, because I know what books I'm publishing and which ones I need to write before, obviously, they're published, but that goes along in my plan. But I'm doing all right. I'm doing about between 1,500 and 2,000 words a day. I like to get about 2,000. I like to do the Stephen King method and 2,000 words a day. And it's not doing too. I'm not doing too bad yet so far.
Yeah.
And my writing goals is hit 2,000 words every day, but not to beat myself up if I don't. So what's yours?
Mine is always to try and write 1 million words in the year.
See, I mean, like 1 million words. What is that a day?
It's not that much. It's not. It's about 3,000 words a day. It's not massive.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, I guess it's you tried it last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I do. It's my goal every year, and I normally get between 750 to 1 million words. I usually probably get about the 800,000-ish words, what I got last year. So I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't get the 1 million, but it's just a really good goal.
Yeah, it's about three. It's just the everydayness, isn't it?
Yeah, it's showing up every day, which I can tell you, I haven't done in 2025. I started my year off. I have not written at all this year.
You have not been thriving at all, have you?
No, because I've just been... I think yesterday was probably the first day I felt anywhere close to human. So, I'm just like, it is what it is. But that's also one of my writing goals, is to just go a bit easier on myself and not be, if I don't write it, it's all the end and I've failed and stuff, because I get quite disastrous on myself if I don't write, and it's okay to be unwell and not write.
Yeah, and that's it, and that kind of thing is purely a personal mindset thing, isn't it? Because nothing happens if you don't write, and it is about not beating yourself up. But if you do have 1 million words to write, you need to get your ass in gear, don't you?
Yeah. I used to get to, if I didn't write for so many days in a row, I'd get really annoyed with myself, and then the very mean internal voice starts. And I don't want to do that, because it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, I find it that if I don't write for a few days and then I come back to it, it's hard. That first day, it's really, really hard. And then it's just getting back into the flow of it, isn't it? And then before you know it, the thousands and thousands of words are just flying by, and it's great.
It's hard to get back into it when you've not written for ages, which is going to be hard, actually, when I sit down and open a book, especially because I was right at the end. So I should have been charging and finishing, but yeah.
It's just not happening.
I've not even from Boxing Day. I've just been really poorly. I've not done anything. I couldn't even read a book, let alone write one.
Yeah.
So.
But I guess you got to give yourself headspace sometimes. If you are ill, you're ill, aren't you? You can't. There's nothing you can do about it.
I did actually try and make myself, and I had all my stuff down on the coffee table, and I made my blanket and stuff. And I just kind of sat and stared at it, and I was like, "It's just not working."
No, get on the couch with a blanket and just. Yeah. That's it. Because I mean, when you're ill anyway, your head's all foggy, isn't it?
That was it. Yeah, I have watched lots of crime thrillers though.
Research.
Yes, research.
Ideas you can steal and repurpose.
And well, I have actually been working, because I have been listening to Harlan Coben's masterclass while I was poorly.
Yeah. Okay, good. So you're expanding your knowledge instead of right.
So I'm still doing something, but yeah. So I was like, well, this is a great start to 2025. I'm already behind.
It's fine. There's still plenty more of 2025 to go, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, my goal is to publish 6 books.
Publish 6?
Yeah.
Is that under one pen name?
No, that's across both.
Right. How many for each, or just 3 for each?
See, it's not even nicely balanced. It's probably maybe a 4 and a 2. 4 on pen name X and 2 on this one, just because I've got stuff to finish on the other pen name.
Right. Yeah, my publishing goals this year. Hold on a minute. Oh, it's snowing! Yay! Yeah, so my publishing goal over my two pen names is kind of leapfrogging each other. So with Rob Radcliffe, I've got, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 books that I want to have published by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And of those 9, I need to write 2 of them. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just because of the, I unpublished and I'm still busy republishing. And yeah, of those 9, most of them are done, which is great. I've got the third part of a trilogy that I need to write, and then a December Ladlit novel, which is about halfway through already. So for Rob Radcliffe, it's not too bad. I've got half a book and a novella that I need to write all year.
Yeah.
Which isn't too bad. That's to keep in line with what I want to publish. And then for RJ, I've got a special edition, which is, there's no writing involved in that. 5, 6. I've got 6 for RJ Radcliffe, but 3 of them are novellas. So I'm doing a holiday season novella,
Yeah.
like standalone addition to the main series. 1 for Easter, 1 for Halloween, and 1 for Bonfire Night.
Yeah.
I've just started writing the first one, Resurrection, which will be the Easter one.
Yeah.
I think I'm about halfway through Evaluation, which is the 5th book in the main series. So I've got about 40,000 words of that to do. I've got, where is it? The other one. Oh, I've got my my new series, the fairy tale retelling first book that I want to get out this year in September. I'm about 20,000 words into that, and that'll probably on the shorter side, so about 60,000, 70,000.
Yeah. I think they are about 60,000 on average, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, unless you're Brandon Sanderson and you're doing 200,000 word novels.
Yeah, but then you're not going to get a $42 million Kickstarter with it, though.
No.
Sadly.
No. Yeah.
Not even a 2 million Kickstarter. We don't have to have the 40 in front of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you knew that kind of money was coming in, you would do that million words, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Screw everything else. Screw being L.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You'd have Tony come just feeding you. You just open your mouth and just getting the words down, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It'll be worth it in the end. Yes, I've got 14 books, I think, 14 or 15 books I want to get published, and it's just having enough year to publish them all. I'd like to do Kickstarters for a few of them, but yeah, I'm getting them all out this year. Because I've got another book that I've nearly finished, which will be for next year, and then I want to get. Yeah, I just want to be on track a bit more instead of having all these books on my shoulder going, when you're publishing us.
Yeah.
And just, and just concentrate then on the book that I'm writing and not ones that are, in the ether everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's me for publishing. 14, 15 books, hopefully.
How many of them do you have to actually write? Is it 2.5, did you say?
I've got 3 novellas. 4 novellas to write, so my novellas are usually between 25 and 30,000 words.
Yeah.
2 half books and 1 3/4 books. I'd probably say about 300,000 words.
Yeah, yeah. So 6 books I want to get out this year. One of them's nearly finished, and then I have to write the rest.
Yeah, and it rubbish, when you have to write the books.
I know.
Nearly finished as well, better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. So you want 6 books out. I want 14, 15-ish books out, which would be great because then it tips me over the 20-book author, which I've never been.
No.
So
Nice.
yeah, and I'm catching up to you then.
Yep.
Because you'll only have 56 out.
Yeah.
Are you doing how many Rachel Martin books are you going to be publishing this year?
I want to get out my next one. There's probably 3 actually I want to get out, but I definitely want to get out the next Alex Rogan book.
Yeah.
Because that's been too long since he's had a book. And then I've got the Death Dealers. Have had all the covers made, and I haven't touched their books for ages, so that one needs to come out. And then I had a retelling that I want to get out, want to write and get out.
Was that your Cinderella one?
Yeah. So,
You got published that? I remember.
No, I was playing with the covers and stuff like that.
That's right.
And yeah, one of the problems is because my pen name X sells, so it's sells better than I do, as because obviously I started publishing here so that I could be more out in public as a writer, because pen name X was like a very behind the scenes writer because I was just very shy and hiding from everything.
Yeah.
And obviously as I've grown as a writer and a person, I was like, no, I actually like the talking to people. So, but because I've always written under my pen name X, I put a book up for pre-order and it gets sales, and it's there's a whole fan base there, so it's balancing that, because the pen name X is easier to sell my books because
you've got that established.
Yeah, and if you look on my sales data, my top books are my pen name X books. Yeah, because they've just.
Do you market more pen name X? Yeah.
But because I've got the fan base, I mean that I've had that pen name since 2012, so. Yeah. So this is one of my debates of the book to write. Which book I need to write next?
Well, that's it, isn't it? People say, stay the course. This is what's making money. This is where you've got your audience and everything.
Yeah.
But as writers, it doesn't work that way, because you want to explore different things and themes and genres and stuff.
Yeah.
So it can be.
Well, it's like for my next police procedural, I've got the whole thing. It's not plotted because I don't plot, but it is planned because obviously it's a crime. So
I saw you this morning saying that on your Productive Writer channel.
Yeah. So it's good to go, but it's like, which book do I jump into next? Do I jump into that, or do I jump into because one of my series is on my pen name X, is my best-selling series, and it sells every single day, and it's something like number 5,000 in the Amazon chart. So it's it's good sales all the time, and it's like, or do I write the next book on that one, because as soon as I put it on pre-order, it's just going to go poof.
Yeah, that's it, innit?
Yeah.
And it's fantasy, innit? Pen name X, urban fantasy.
Yeah, it's all fantasy stuff. So
yeah,
which is big at the moment.
Yeah. So on to so that's publishing.
Yep.
You've got 1 million words to write. So that 1 million words, will that be your 6 books?
Yeah, but don't forget I write them twice. So it's essentially 12 books written.
Yeah, so it's 2 million words, isn't it?
Yeah. No, because if you think 6 books, average anything between 80 and 100,000 words each is about 500,000. But when I double write, that puts me in my million.
It's just mental.
Yeah.
Writing it twice. Do you do it chapter to chapter, or do you do it like the whole thing? Right, I've finished. Back to the beginning.
No, it's I'll write all the exciting. When you start a new book, so you're dead super excited, so you'll burn through the first few chapters.
Yeah.
I'll do that, and then I'll start going backwards, and it kind of is just like a loop all the way through until I get to the end.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that's writing, that's publishing. On to marketing.
Yeah.
What are your marketing goals for
Marketing
2025?
goals. Mine is probably to carry on as I was last year, because last year I had the goal to increase my income. I can't even remember what I just wanted to increase it, and so 24 versus 23, I've probably just over doubled my income from the year before, and that was from actually focusing on learning marketing.
Right. So what sort of marketing was that?
Well, so I did the Matt Holmes course that you recommended.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I took that, and I learnt. I basically spent the time to go and learn Facebook ads, and just been working on my marketing with that. And I was at the SPS conference, and I was talking to Steve Higgs, and I asked him, "Do you think with a Facebook ad you can sell any book in any genre and make a profit?" And he was like, "Yes." So I was like, because I always have a lack of confidence in my books. I'm always like, this won't sell, it's rubbish. So I don't put the marketing into it because I'm not confident in it, even though it could be really good and the reviews are good.
Yeah.
So it was trying to get rid of that mindset and remember that any book can sell. So yeah, just
that's it when you have that sort of mindset, like, oh, this book's shit, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You're not your reader.
No.
You know?
No, and it was like, it's just getting out of that frame of mind and selling my books, because obviously they do sell, because I literally sell books every single day. There isn't a day where I haven't had at least one book sale. Even on the crappiest day, I've sold at least one book.
Yeah.
So yeah, so last year I went and learnt Facebook ads, so it will be continuing that, but it will also be picking up my newsletter again, because I kind of let that slide, and building my mailing list back up and using that properly.
So how are you building, what are you doing to build your mailing list? What actionable steps are you taking?
My first thing is to read the Newsletter Ninja books, if you've seen those, by Tammy LeBrack. I saw her talking in the last 20 Books Vegas conference, and she was really good, and everything she was saying not to do, I'm like, I do all of that.
Have you never read them?
No. I've kind of, with my newsletters, I've kind of just fumbled through the dark.
Right.
And yeah, and so I culled my list last year, because I was like, I'm just paying for thousands of people that don't open my emails.
Yeah.
And I think that's because a lot of them I got. Do you remember years ago, like pre-COVID time, when you used to have the advert for the free book and sign up for my library and get this free book? So you just end up with a load of freebie hunters on your mailing list who just aren't really interested. So yeah, so I culled a load of that, but my goal is to read, I think she's got 2 books, is to read her 2 books and take some proper steps to fix my mailing list.
She's got Newsletter Ninja and then Newsletter Ninja 2.
Yeah.
I've read the first one. So, and this goes into like funnels and stuff. When you've got a reader magnet, say it's like a prequel, short story, or a novella, or a novel, whatever, you shouldn't. And you're saying, download it for free. There's a few schools of thought. I mean, I've tried both of them. One is, this is my free book, I want you on my list, start here.
Yeah.
And then you get a load of freebie hunters, like, if you're doing like book funnel promos and stuff like that, and you put in your reader magnet front and centre, and you'll get a lot of people. But like I said, the freebie hunters, I mean, there's methods as well where you can turn your freebie hunters into ARC readers, and then they can still get the free thing for the rest of your books, but they need to champion you.
Yeah.
And there's others that literally will download your thing and then just unsubscribe because they've got it. They've got one over on you,
Yeah.
kind of thing. That's one school of thought, and then the other one is to have your reader magnet at the back of book one, or start. So it's paying readers who then come and see. Oh, I can get this free. Have it exclusive, so you can't find it anywhere else, and then they're signing up, and they're more of an organic sign up, and they'll probably stick around a lot longer because they've actually spent money to buy your first book, and now they get.
And if they've read your book, they're actually probably more interested in you.
Yeah, and it's difficult, isn't it? Because you do want your mailing list to be growing all the time.
Yeah.
But if it's going with the wrong sort of readers or non-readers, just people who I call them freebie wankers, then there's no point, is there? You know, you're just boosting your ego. Oh, I've got 10,000 people. Well,
I was paying nearly $100 a month for my email list, and I'm like, you're not even opening my emails. It's pointless.
Yeah. And then also, like what Tommy Black says in Newsletter Ninja is make them work for you for the free thing. So you've got like a reader magnet freebie novella that you have at the back of book one. So someone's bought book one and they want that, so they'll sign up. Don't just click it through to the hosting page.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to download it, and then they're not even going to look at the emails. Whereas you want to train them to be looking at the emails. So instead, the click would be to a landing page, and then from that landing page, you say, check out your emails, make sure you whitelist me. The free thing is coming, so then you get them straight away looking at the emails, whitelisting. You put in your email address into primary folder, and then that's good for the for your mailer lights and stuff, because you can see that this person's actively engaging that way, and it also means that they're the next email they will receive, and it won't go to the promotions folder or junk or whatever.
Yeah.
But but make them work for that free thing, and they open more. In the more of an organic sign up, which is better for engagement and stuff. Yeah.
So what's your marketing plans for 2025?
My marketing plans?
Yeah.
Right. Just got carried away there, didn't I? On email marketing and stuff. My marketing plans are to grow my list, but I want to do social media marketing. I mean, I've got my Facebook ads and they're doing all right, and I'm scaling them and doing the thing that everyone's supposed to, which is fine. But email marketing. The Novel Gains 30-day TikTok challenge, or rather video marketing challenge, is where I'm at the moment, and it's just becoming consistent with TikTok and Instagram and cross posting and advertising my books through video for free. Yeah, so 2025 is doing the AP Beswick and really doubling down on TikTok and Instagram. I'm never on Instagram. I don't really know how it works, but I'm trying. I cross-posted this morning, but TikTok I'm familiar with, and just doing the thing. And at the moment I'm concentrating on slides on TikTok because they seem to have more engagement and get more eyes on my stuff. I've had a few follows. It's only day 2 today. But yeah, it's the mindset thing. It's about making it part of my day. Like in the morning when I'm writing, I'll get up and bang that out every morning. I had to think about this, and the best time to create my videos with TikToks and stuff would be in the evening for the next day. So it'll be writing in the morning, piss around with the kids and stuff, or tea and all the rest of it, and then in the evening when everyone's quiet, where everything's quiet, I'll do my 3, 4, 5, however many I want to TikToks ready for the next day. So that's my plan. And yeah, so far so good. I've done 2 slides today so far. I did one while I was waiting for you to come on, so thanks for that.
Yeah, I've joined that challenge, but I only did one last night.
Yeah.
And whacked that on.
I've just ordered, because I haven't got any paperback versions of my Divine series, and I'm concentrating on, because I've got 3 accounts on all my social medias, and that's this, RJ Radcliffe and Rob Radcliffe, and I want to concentrate on my Divine series because I just think it's the most commercial out of the 2 pen names. So I'm concentrating on my Divine Chronicles, and I've just ordered some paperbacks for props. I'm just waiting for them to come because I've only got the old style hardbacks, and that's no good. They look a bit different now. So yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in with Adam. Those are my plans. But I also want to do a few Kickstarters and just figure it out, because I've done a few already, but I know there's no secret sauce, and it's doing one and another and another and another, and then that's how you build your following on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into that. I've got quite a few releases this year, so hopefully I'll be able to build a bit of momentum there. So those are my plans. I'd also like to do, just making more stuff for me to do, I'd also like to do a few promo stacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I enjoy them. It's the one time I'll give the first book away for free, because it's about exposure, and you can't get, other than going viral, there's no, it's the best way, I think, bang for your book to get exposure for your first in the series, second in the series.
The only thing I find about doing ads and promos with a free book is you get
freebie hunters.
Yeah, but no, you get a lot more negative reviews because it's people that wouldn't normally read your book.
Right, yeah, because the targeting's a bit shotgun approach, isn't it?
Yeah. I noticed that when I've had like BookBub featured deals is when I'll get, my rating will drop from like 4.7 to 4.6 for a while, and then.
But if you're giving your first one away, if you've done a few promos in the past, you should have quite a few reviews already on that book. What? And because my meat market's got about 1,100 reviews, so it's a decent amount. So even the 1 stars that you might get because it just wasn't for them, they kind of get lost in the rest of them too. And then obviously again it's a filter thing. Anyone that buys book 2, 3, 4, whatever, that they're the ones that enjoyed that first book.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you get it the other way. The other way you get, because you get the read through. It's the featured deals I've had a lot of, and it's you see a tail across, especially the longer series.
Yeah.
It can last.
I've never had a BookBub.
Have you not? I had 1 year where I got 8 in a year.
Did you? Well,
was
that when you were wide?
Yeah. That's when everything was wide. Every time I submitted a BookBub deal, it was rare I got turned down.
Yeah.
But they're shockingly expensive now.
Oh no, I've seen it. I've seen so.
Because they were about
$1,500 for some.
Yeah, they were about $400-500 when I was doing them, and they're in the thousands now.
Yeah, I mean you tend to make it back, but
you do.
It's not a career changer like they used to be, didn't they?
No.
So yeah, that's what I've got. I'm going to marketing Facebook. I'd love to find the time to do a bit of Amazon ads. In fact, Matt Holmes has got an Amazon course coming out in July, I think, so I might jump on that.
Yeah.
And because I've done like Brian Cohen's course, and I've had a look into the Learn Self-Publishing Amazon thing, and they just didn't really resonate with me. So
No.
I like Matt Holmes, and I think it's down to teaching style. And I like
Yeah.
Matt Holmes.
Yeah.
I like his teaching style, so I think I'll jump on that when it's.
He's the first one I've really got my ads to work from.
Yeah.
Learning from him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Yeah.
And it's not like he's making $1 million a month. You know, they're making about 10K, and
Yeah.
so it's a bit more relatable from what he has. So what he's speaking, you know, what he's talking about in the Facebook ads course that he does, everything just seems relatable, even if you're just starting off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like his 60-minute offer course, and that because that's just all about.
I know he's just opened that again, and I'm so tempted.
Yeah, it's just all about streamlining everything, productivity, mindset, and it's really good. And there's some great free things that he offers out in both courses, really.
Yeah.
So this episode wasn't sponsored by
Matt Holmes.
It's just he's making waves in the author marketing scene, and some good things happening. I like him.
I like his stuff, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. I guess that's it, isn't it? Our goals.
Yeah, although I have the other one, because I've got the YouTube channel, is to get monetized. That's one of my goals.
Yeah, yeah. And
that's a consistency goal.
Yeah. Because you've got 600 odd...
612, I think I'm at now.
Yeah. How many do you need? 1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was more consistent, I'd be there, but I just... not.
Well, I mean, last week when we started on this podcast, and we were just hammering social media, coming soon, and we had all these subscribers for the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of petered off a little bit, and we're not hammering it constantly. It's slowed down. It just
I mean,
goes to show what you put in, you get out of, don't you?
Exactly. I mean, I've not been on social media for a few days, being poorly, so there's been no posts my side going up.
No, I was chatting to a few people in the group. I've figured out how to get back in the group, which is lovely, with it being our group. So it's nice to chat to people who have come to chat to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 42 minutes again. I looked at it before. There must have been plenty of waffle, because I looked at it before when we were talking about the last bit, the marketing, and it was on like 28 minutes. Oh, that was me, wasn't it? Going on about email marketing. Yeah. So we're going to do a few questions.
Yeah. What was the question that I read to you that we had? We did. I had a question. There was a question. I read it to you. Oh, imposter syndrome. Someone was asking how to deal with imposter syndrome.
Okay. Read out the question. Come on.
It's literally that. How do you deal with imposter syndrome?
Oh right. Okay. How do you deal with imposter syndrome?
I don't. Sometimes it wins and sometimes it doesn't.
So from the top tip from Rachel Martin is to hide in your bed with your cover over your head.
Yeah, pretty much. I was talking to Becca Syme. I don't know if you've heard of Becca Syme. She does like the quick cast. And I'd said about imposter syndrome, and one of the things she said, which was really cool, is imposters don't have imposter syndrome.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's only people aren't imposters, so yeah.
I think with imposter syndrome, I mean, I get it every time I write a new book and I'm about to put a new book out. Oh, God.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter how many books. I think everyone gets that niggling doubt that they've fucked it.
Yeah.
that's where having some great fans helps. Just so you know that those people are there waiting for your next book, and they don't think you're an imposter, even if you do yourself. They're there for you. 5-star reviews are always great to squash the imposterness in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be looking at the negative reviews, because that'll...
I can't remember whose tip it was saying, every time you get a 5-star review, print it out and put it in a jar, and then when you're having a really crappy imposter syndrome driven day, pull some of them out and just read them.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got a jar. I haven't got a printer.
No. I keep a writer with no printer. You know, like print loads. Do you not print loads of stuff? I couldn't live without my printer.
No, I don't have a printer. Everything is literally digital. I don't even the last 2 books I've written, I haven't even printed it out and scribbled it and old style and edited it. It's all on the magic light box in front of me now.
Fair enough. Yeah.
On the plus side, I save on ink.
This is true, and paper.
And paper, yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. I'm a paperless writer. But I've got pens all over my writing shack. I've no paper here. I don't know why I keep buying all these pens. Maybe that's my subconscious telling me.
You got notebooks everywhere.
I've got loads of notebooks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brand new. Haven't opened. Every time I go to B&M or walk past the Waterstones, I leave with a new notebook that I never open, because I just use my phone to make notes and stuff these days. But I do love a good notebook.
Yeah, because they feel like
feel like a real writer, don't you?
Yeah, but it feels like it's full of possibility.
Yeah. So if you've got imposter syndrome, buy a notebook and you feel like a real writer.
Yeah. I don't think you can get rid of it. I think it just comes and goes, and you just got to roll with it. You can't beat it. It happens.
I think it's good as well sometimes, because it keeps you on your toes. Your brain keeps you on your toes a little bit, because if you're without it, you just get complacent, and and your ego could grow to heights. Whereas a bit of imposter syndrome, it keeps you in check, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And keeps you worried about your words. Which, I mean, if you didn't have that, then you just start writing anything because you think you're the greatest person ever, and it'll just be shit.
Yeah.
So that's my little theory. Sounds like a thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a question as well, and it was in our group, and it wasn't really a question. I started asking Craig Robinson, name dropped. I think he's called Craig Robinson. Yeah, he was. I was asking him like how far he was writing, and he's got his first book that he's writing, and he kept saying, "I'm writing a bio," and I first of all thought that a biography is in just the bit about the author bit, and then I realised he meant an autobiography.
Yeah, as in a memoir kind of thing.
Yeah, and he said, "Do you think it should be, an autobiography, a memoir, or I should fictionalise it into a novel?" And I just said that 2 of my books. I think your first book is always very much personal like that. You will put a lot of elements of yourself just because you've got nothing else to write about in your first one. But I said that I've written a few books. There was one particular book called Checking Out, and it was recounting a couple of years that I spent in Cape Town when I was 19 to 22. I went to uni there and stuff, lived with my auntie and uncle, and when I got back to Britain, I wrote a book called Checking Out. And then a few years down the line, I turned it into one of the characters instead of me, because it just fit well into a Ladlet series, because it was the same style and stuff. So I fictionalised it, And the same with the next book that I've got out. It was a journal during a shit time in my life, and it turned funny. People who read it said it's pretty funny, that. And even though it's me, I turned it into a fictional character telling the story. So I think if you want to write fiction, Craig, you should fictionalise it a little bit, because then you've got more places to go. And also, if you're writing an autobiography, unless you've a name, no one's going to care. Really.
No, unless you've had something really disastrous happen to you.
Yeah. So either fictionalise it or go out and murder some prostitutes, and then you'll be infamous, and then people read it. That's I'm going to edit that. I'm going to edit that bit out. It's a bit too dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, fictionalise it, and you've got more places to go. If you're planning on writing more fiction, more novels, then I would say fictionalise this character.
Yeah.
And,
plus, you can layer on all the conflict and stuff. And you can make it worse than it was, or better than it was. Or...
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at it from a reader's perspective afterwards, and it doesn't have to be tied into reality. There might be ideas and avenues that you could take it down in the re-edit. So yeah, don't go murder prostitute. No, I'm editing it. No, I'm not. The last thing I need is some prostitute commenting saying, "Hey, we've got our lives matter too." So I'll edit this out. I might keep it in now, actually.
The episode where you offend everybody.
Trigger warning in the beginning of this episode. Warning Rob Trots about murdering prostitutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's those are our goals for 2025, moving forward. And what's on the agenda next week?
We were going to do a versus episode next week.
So I thought about that, and it's traditional versus indie versus vanity. So it's a 3-way clash.
Yeah.
And then we're going to segue into
wide versus going into Kindle Unlimited.
Wide versus exclusive, yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. I mean, yeah, that's next week's. I actually wrote a blog post about indie and traditional and thingies, so I'll repurpose that and publish it on the website next week.
Yeah.
It's your turn to write a blog post now.
I need to do just any writing at the moment.
Yeah. Because I did one the other day for bootstrapping. So it's your turn now.
Yeah. Okay. So I will get that down.
Right, 55 minutes. Should we do one?
Yeah, finish it.
Yeah. Please like, share, subscribe, click everything. And say hello in the group, join our page, say hello to us. We always like to chat and yeah, keep the conversation alive. Yeah. And we will be back next week with the Versus episode. Yeah, and not so much illness. No more illness. Okay, Rachel's going to go back to bed and I'm going to do some more TikToks. So until next week.
Bye.